Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck Picture Book. It's an educational program that teaches literacy skills, but mostly social skills and self esteem in particular. Well, yesterday we talked about positive reinforcers and why they're important, and also how a child can develop um, new behavioral skills using positive reinforcers, with the parent or the adult using these positive reinforcers. And the reason why they're so effective is because we're actually encouraging the child and giving them um, constant feedback on their progress towards their making progress towards their goal or the activity that you'd like for them to excel in. So, first of all, um, what makes it very effective is because as a child grows up, there's not going to be the tangibles so much to encourage a child towards their goals. So we introduce fading. And fading is when you replace the tangible with the verbal praise, which you are always giving when you present the child with the positive reinforcer. So, say, like after a period of time, and you see the child's actually able to accomplish that task that they've been working so hard on, you start you say, "Great job," or "Great writing your name, great writing name." And then after a while, they don't get the little tangible raisin or whatever. They just hear, "Great writing your name." And so we want to have the encouragement become the tangible for the child. This intangible becomes the reward. The praise becomes the reward. So the next thing that we're talking about is when we're giving positive reinforcement, we want to actually give the task in a short and sweet manner. So we don't want to use a lot of words, which, I do, but I saw one teacher who who won the award of a teacher of the year in teaching her children with autism, her classroom. Um, this teacher always used phrases like nice hands or quiet hands, and she would give her reinforcement to the children. And it really kind of focuses the child's attention on what it is you really want them to do. They're not hearing the other words that could confuse or cloud the idea for them. They're just hearing what it is they are to do right now. And then 80, how much? 80% is the 80% rule. We're only to give 80% of whatever the treat is. So if the child likes 10 raisins and they get tired of it after that, we cut back to 8 raisins because we want to keep the child from getting satiated. And that's really one important thing, because too much of a good thing doesn't really help. It reduces the effectiveness of this method. And then how long before you give the reinforcer? A good rule of thumb is 50%. Say, like, if the behavior happens every 10 minutes, we give the reinforcer and the encouragement, and the praise rather, every 5 minutes, so that the child doesn't have an opportunity to deregulate or have that behavior that we don't want to see reappear. So we're catching them, and you've heard the term catching a child being good. So we're catching them in their best state if we give the reinforcer within the 50% rule time period. And then finally, we want to make sure that we end the day with positives, because we want to encourage the child to do their best. And if the day or that time period or a session ends with the child not feeling, because the skill is a new skill and we know it's going to take some time for them to achieve it. So you try to end this time period or the skill period with something the child can do really well, so that we can actually say, great work, or good quiet hands. And so the child hears that, I'm doing pretty good. And they'll have that much more enthusiasm to come back and try harder the next time. So, tomorrow we're going to talk about one more aspect of positive reinforcers. And perhaps one new item that kind of falls into the same category of this type of method. So we'll see you tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.